Kenya and Tanzania are two East African nations with intertwined histories and shared colonial experiences. Their stories are a testament to resilience and the quest for self-determination. They gained independence in the early 1960s, Kenya in 1963 and Tanzania in 1961, marking the beginning of their journeys as independent states. This period was filled with hope and the promise of a brighter future as both nations sought to forge their own paths free from colonial rule. Both countries boast stunning natural beauty, from the expansive savannas of the Masai Mara to the towering slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro. These natural wonders not only define the landscapes, but also attract millions of tourists annually, contributing significantly to their economies. Despite their geographical proximity and shared heritage, Kenya and Tanzania have charted distinct political, economic, and social courses, shaping their present realities and future trajectories. This divergence is evident in their urban centers, with Nairobi and Dar es Salaam reflecting different developmental philosophies. Kenya, known for its vibrant capital Nairobi, has emerged as a regional economic powerhouse. The city is a hub of commerce and innovation, driving the nation's growth and positioning it as a key player in the East African economy. In contrast, Tanzania, under its socialist-inspired past, adopted a more centrally controlled economic model. This approach focused on rural development and self-reliance, aiming to reduce disparities and promote equitable growth across the nation. These differing approaches have led to variations in economic growth rates, development indicators, and the overall well-being of their populations. While Kenya has seen rapid urbanization and economic expansion, Tanzania's growth has been more measured, with a focus on sustainable development. However, both nations face common challenges, including poverty, inequality, and the need for sustainable development. Addressing these issues requires innovative solutions and collaborative efforts from both the government and the private sector. Understanding the nuances of these two East African giants requires delving into their political structures, economic strategies, and social fabrics. Their governance models and policy decisions have profound impacts on their development trajectories. By examining their divergent paths, we can gain insights into the complexities of development in Africa and the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Infrastructure, education, and healthcare are pivotal areas that will determine their future success. Kenya and Tanzania's stories offer valuable lessons for policymakers, investors, and anyone interested in the future of the African continent. Their experiences highlight the importance of strategic planning and international cooperation in achieving sustainable development. Their experiences underscore the importance of good governance, sound economic policies, and investments in education and healthcare as crucial ingredients for sustainable and equitable development. These sectors are the bedrock upon which their future prosperity will be built. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of these two nations, we will uncover the factors that have shaped their present and hold the key to unlocking their future potential. Their journeys are a testament to the enduring spirit of the African continent and its capacity for growth and transformation. Kenya and Tanzania present contrasting political landscapes, each shaped by their unique histories and ideological leanings. These two East African nations have navigated their post-independence paths in markedly different ways. Kenya has embraced a multi-party democratic system since its independence in 1963, albeit with periods of single-party rule that have tested its democratic resilience. The current president, William Ruto, assumed office in 2022, succeeding Uhuru Kenyatta after a closely contested election that highlighted the competitive nature of Kenyan politics. Kenya's political landscape is characterized by vibrant political discourse, a relatively free press, and competitive elections. However, these elections are often marred by allegations of irregularities and instances of electoral violence. Tanzania, in contrast, followed a different trajectory, heavily influenced by the socialist ideals of its founding father, Julius Nyerere, who envisioned a unified and self-reliant nation. After gaining independence in 1961, Tanzania adopted a one-party system under the Tanganyika African National Union, which later merged with Zanzibar's Afro-Shirazi Party to form Chama cha Mapinduzi, or CCM. CCM has been the ruling party ever since, maintaining a strong grip on power even after the introduction of multi-party elections in 1995. Samia Suluhu Hassan became Tanzania's first female president in 2021, succeeding John Magufuli following his unexpected death. Her leadership marks a significant milestone in Tanzanian politics. These distinct political paths have had far-reaching implications for governance, freedom of expression, and human rights in both countries, shaping the daily lives of their citizens. Kenya's more open political system has fostered a dynamic civil society and a relatively independent media landscape, which play crucial roles in holding the government accountable and advocating for citizens' rights. However, this openness has also been accompanied by periods of political instability, ethnic tensions, and post-election violence, which have posed significant challenges to national unity and development. Tanzania's one-party dominant system, while credited with maintaining relative peace and stability, has faced criticism for limiting political space, suppressing dissent, and curtailing media freedoms, which has stifled political pluralism and debate. Despite these differences, both countries face ongoing challenges in strengthening democratic institutions, promoting good governance, and upholding the rule of law. These efforts are crucial for ensuring that their political systems can effectively serve their populations, addressing corruption, ensuring transparency and accountability, and guaranteeing political rights and civil liberties remain crucial for both Kenya and Tanzania to achieve sustainable development and long-term stability. These issues are at the forefront of political discourse and reform efforts in both nations. Their contrasting political journeys highlight the complexities of democratization in Africa and underscore the need for context-specific approaches to governance and political reform. As both countries continue to evolve, their experiences offer valuable lessons for other nations navigating similar paths. Kenya and Tanzania have pursued different economic paths, resulting in varying growth trajectories and development indicators. These paths have been shaped by their unique historical, political, and social contexts, leading to distinct outcomes in their economic landscapes. Kenya, often dubbed the Silicon Savannah of East Africa, has embraced a market-oriented economy, attracting foreign investment and fostering a dynamic private sector. This approach has been instrumental in positioning Kenya as a regional leader in technology and innovation. Its economy is driven by a diverse range of sectors, including agriculture, tourism, technology, and financial services. The agricultural sector, with its tea and coffee plantations, remains a cornerstone, while the tourism industry, highlighted by attractions like the Masai Mara, continues to draw international visitors. In recent years, Kenya has experienced robust economic growth, averaging around 5% annually, making it one of the fastest-growing economies in sub-Saharan Africa. This growth has been supported by significant investments in infrastructure and a burgeoning middle class. Tanzania, on the other hand, followed a socialist-inspired development model after independence, with state control over key sectors of the economy. This approach was aimed at ensuring equitable distribution of resources and reducing dependency on foreign aid. However, since the 1980s, Tanzania has gradually liberalized its economy, privatizing state-owned enterprises and attracting foreign investment. This shift has been crucial in modernizing its economic framework and integrating into the global market. Its economy remains heavily reliant on agriculture, which employs a significant portion of the population, but tourism, mining, and manufacturing are emerging as important contributors to growth. The Serengeti National Park, for instance, is a major tourist attraction, while Tanzanite mining has put Tanzania on the map for precious gemstones. While Tanzania's economic growth has been relatively steady, it has lagged behind Kenya's, averaging around 4% in recent years. This steady growth, though slower, reflects a cautious but consistent approach to economic development. These differing economic approaches are reflected in their development indicators. Kenya's higher GDP per capita is indicative of its more aggressive economic policies, while Tanzania's indicators reflect its gradual transition from a state-controlled to a more liberalized economy. Kenya boasts a higher GDP per capita than Tanzania, but both countries face significant challenges in reducing poverty, inequality, and unemployment. These challenges are compounded by rapid population growth and urbanization, which put additional pressure on resources and infrastructure. Kenya's more open market economy has led to faster growth, but also higher levels of income inequality. The contrast between luxury apartments and informal settlements in Nairobi highlights the disparities that exist within the country. Tanzania's socialist legacy, while emphasizing social welfare, has resulted in slower economic progress and a lower standard of living for many. However, This focus on social welfare has also led to better access to basic services like healthcare and education in rural areas. Both countries recognize the need to diversify their economies, invest in human capital, and create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Educational institutions and vocational training centers are pivotal in equipping the workforce with the necessary skills for a modern economy. Addressing infrastructure deficits, improving access to finance, and fostering innovation are crucial for both Kenya and Tanzania to achieve sustainable and inclusive economic growth. Infrastructure projects such as roads and bridges are essential for connecting remote areas to economic hubs. Their contrasting economic journeys demonstrate the ongoing debate between state-led and market-driven development models and the need for pragmatic approaches tailored to their specific contexts. Collaborative projects and policy forums highlight the importance of regional cooperation in addressing common challenges and leveraging shared opportunities.